Just after 2 a.m., fire officials say no one was injured.
It is now 6:52. Let's get a check of your fast track forecast on this first alert weather day. Waking up very cold out there, Lisa.
Yeah, it's a freezing Friday here for many of us in the valley. We're looking at temperatures that have not only reached freezing, but they're well into the freezing range. 20s for a lot of places here. Fargo, our first 20-degree temperature of the season. We're at 26 degrees right now. But these purple numbers here, that is our wind chill, and it feels like 19 degrees. So this is going to be a rude awakening, I think, for a lot of people here this morning. And with these numbers, we're talking an end to the growing season, a killing freeze here. Grand Forks is at 22, feels like 14. Thief River Falls, no wind, so we're at 25, and that's how it feels. And then there are places where we've had the clouds overhead. You can see that in the background as we've got our sky cam pointed east from Fargo. Those clouds are helping to insulate places like Fergus Falls and Bemidji. So we're in the 30s, 35 in the Bemidji area and 37 in Fergus Falls. Devil's Lake, a chilly 21-degree reading. So here's a look at our radar and satellite map. It's quiet, just some clouds over to the east that are going to work on departing, and those will clear out. We'll get sunshine everywhere, and temperatures will rise, but it's going to be a cold day today. We're looking at temperatures only into the 40s, and the sun will help. The light wind will help too, but if you've got plans to be outside, you're probably going to want a heavy coat, a heavier coat at least, and maybe even a hat and gloves too if you're going to be out for a while, including tonight heading out to football games. Saturday, starting on a frosty note, but we see temperatures rise back into some 60s, 50s to near 60s Sunday, and then the rest of next week, or at least the first half of the week, looking nice and warm, even 70s potentially coming back. So this is just a quick taste of what's to come later this season. And right now, this morning, that's the toughest part of it with the temperatures as low as they are. So dress warm and stay warm today.
Yeah, a bit of a roller coaster. Thank you so much for getting us prepared all week, and we look forward to that warm up, Lisa.
It is now 6:54. New this morning, President Joe Biden says the threat of a nuclear Armageddon is at its highest since the Cuban Missile Crisis. He was speaking at a Democratic fundraiser last night and said that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, is not joking when he talks about nuclear weapons. Biden says he doesn't know what Putin's off-ramp is in Ukraine either.
President Biden taking executive action to pardon all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession as well. He says sending people to prison for possessing marijuana has upended too many lives and incarcerated people for conduct many states no longer even prohibit. The president is asking the Justice Department and Health and Human Services to review how marijuana is scheduled under federal law and will encourage governors to take similar action with state offenses. Meanwhile, a Fargo addiction counselor is spearheading an effort to stop recreational marijuana use from getting legalized in North Dakota.
Christy Spooner filed paperwork yesterday on behalf of a group called Healthy and Productive North Dakota. Now the organization believes if pot is legalized, the drug will find its way into the hands of children. Police and friends are looking for a missing runner originally from Cooperstown, North Dakota, who is now living in Colorado. David Lundy went for a run Saturday in the San Juan National Forest near Durango, but hasn't been seen since.
Police found his car near the trailhead, but Lundy hasn't been seen in about a week. That search is being hampered, they say, by heavy rain, hail, and snow and those higher elevations. Well, it's something all little kiddos look forward to, recess. Getting to go outside and play with your friends is the highlight of many kids' days.
But for one Fargo daycare center, the highlight was left in the dark after glass was found shattered across the rocks in their playground just off of the Vineyard's second-generation daycare site. Now, that's a nonprofit aimed at helping kids with deafness or who are hard of hearing. But even after a month of cleaning, those hidden pieces of glass still remain.
About a month ago, yeah, we just discovered it. There's just glass pieces everywhere. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. You know, kids are supposed to be able to play here. You know, we've got to get their energy out somehow. And so just seeing that was really disappointing, and we need to figure out how to clean up.
They're looking to replace the rock with rubberized mats to prevent the problem in the future and make it more accessible to all of their kids. We have a link at valleynewslive.com.
A boys soccer player at West Fargo Cheyenne is calling on administrators to make a change after the team was forced to forfeit all of their games, including the state tournament, because of an ineligible athlete. Senior captain Connor Anderson issued a statement that the responsibility for this situation was taken behind closed doors, not in the public eye, and athletic administrators declared this as a system error.
He says the team and coaches did not know about the ineligibility, and Anderson says this is not the first time this mistake has even been made. He wants an answer on how this is going to be fixed. Well, blame it on inflation and the bird flu. We're still weeks away from the holidays, but expect to be paying more for your Thanksgiving dinner this year. The American Farm Bureau Federation is predicting record turkey and egg prices right ahead of the holiday. Economists say retail price for boneless, skinless turkey breasts reached a record high of $6.70 per pound in September.
And that is a 112% increase from the same time last year. Prices were then around $3.16 a pound. Now, to further that strain on the poultry business, the bird flu has also made a resurgence in places including Minnesota, and turkey production is now down across the country. There's help for the holidays. Amazon is now hiring 150,000 new staffers nationwide for the Christmas season. Job openings do include full-time, part-time, and seasonal positions.
The company says sign-on bonuses will be offered to those who accept holiday positions, and it could vary anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. Well, small businesses and vendors in the Thief River Falls area will be showcased tomorrow. It's for the Small Business and Vendor Shopping Day.
And that's where we find the Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau this morning, giving us a live look at what to expect and why it's important to shop locally. Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning, guys. That's right. I'm here in Thief River Falls where I'm doing a preview of the Small Business and Vendor Day that's happening tomorrow here at Northern Aroma and BB's Clothing. So what they're going to do is showcase a number of local businesses such as Lux, Simply, TNT Designs, and Cookies by Cat. And then they also have handcrafted vendors like Amber Hawkins and Weekend Crafters. So you can find anything from baby clothes, like I see here, this little booty, found shoes for Ashlyn actually, and candles to beauty products to cookies. There's everything here from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. I was already picking out some shackets and some clothes from your earlier live hits as well. Thanks, Jillian.
Yeah, holidays coming up quick. Shop locally for it. There are some big changes coming up at the iconic National Air and Space Museum in D.C. Next week, the revamped West Wing of the museum will open. Visitors will get to see famous artifacts like Neil Armstrong's spacesuit and the Apollo 11 command module.
You can even stand under a shuttle test engine or view the iconic Star Wars X-Wing. That entire museum's set to fully reopen in the year 2025, so mark your calendars, everybody.
Yeah, that's for sure. Stay warm out there this morning. We're starting off cool. Otherwise, thanks for joining us.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody.